happening today is the groundwork is being laid, and it's all in the name of cryptocurrency and stablecoin, but it is the entire regulatory process to switch us from cash to a cashless society to digital currency that can be controlled by the federal government.
But there you go. While we were all distracted with the Epstein list and all the drama between Mr. Golden Dawn and Chip in the Brain and wars and rumors of wars, we can see that the Mark of the Beast Infrastructure Act has been passed. Oh, I'm so sorry. Did I say Mark of the Beast Infrastructure Act? I meant the Genius Act. As we can see right here, House passes Stablecoin Genius Act. Short little summary right here is the House approved legislation to regulate stablecoins Thursday and later approved 2 other crypto bills. Well, now for those wondering, what does this mean? Well, it shows that we are one step closer to the Great Tribulation with the Mark of the Beast and a complete surveillance enslavement state. So we can see right here from this article, the Senate just passed the Genius Act, CBDCs in sheep's clothing. Now I will go ahead and read some of this article for you guys right here. So on June 18th, while the country was distracted with headlines about Mr. Golden Dawn and Iran, the U.S. Senate quietly advanced the Genius Act, a bill designed to, quote, legitimize, unquote, stablecoins. But in reality, it paves the way for a permissioned, surveilled, and tightly controlled digital currency regime. Now, apparently, according to this author, they predicted this back in their own piece titled The Great CBDC Bait and Switch. We warned the stablecoins would be used as a Trojan horse to usher in the exact same kind of financial surveillance grid promised by central bank digital currencies, which is CBDCs. My goodness, who could have saw this coming? I don't know. Now let's continue with this article. Framed as a regulatory win for innovation, the Genius Act, or what I like to call it, the Mark of the Beast Act, does far more than set rules. It effectively mandates that all legal stablecoins will fully be backed, regularly audited, and integrated into the surveillance machinery of the U.S. state. Oh, how lovely! Only permitted payment stablecoin issuers may operate, and those issuers must comply with extensive oversight under the Bank Secretary Act, including KYC, AML, and sanctions enforcement. In other words, no privacy, no independence, and no dissent. Well, of course, what did these crypto bros think the government was going to do once they got their hands into cryptocurrency? Well, let's continue. The act even instructs the Treasury Department to evaluate new financial surveillance tech, including, oh, look at that, AI-powered monitoring systems and blockchain analysis tools. These technologies, we're told, will help, quote, assess privacy risks, as if privacy itself is the threat. And as he continues to say, let's be honest about what really is going on, a nationalized control grid disguised as modernization. Well, yeah, this is the beast system. Now, the old CBDC fear, it just got a fresh coat of paint and a bipartisan smile. Republicans and Democrats alike are pushing the Genius Act. I wonder why. Pretending it's a win for decentralization. But these stablecoins aren't free market crypto. They're government approved, no duh, heavily surveilled and programmable currencies that can be frozen, tracked, and weaponized at any moment. Now, I'm sure in the future there will be a mark that you must take to be able to use this stablecoin, or you will not be able to buy, sell, or trade without that mark. Hey, what do I know? Now it's happening. The same regime that dropped the CTR threshold to $200 in border towns, surveilling people for withdrawing petty cash, will absolutely leverage these new rules to micro-track every digital transaction. Don't say. We'll add that to the list of Orwellian end times measures that this regime has implemented, as we saw the passing of the Big Brother bill, the Big Beautiful bill on July 4th, which was just a big bill building a big police state. Say that 10 times fast. Where that mega bill expanded the biometric surveillance state. Now, let's be honest, guys. This should not be a surprise to anybody who has been paying attention that this right here is the end goal. Now, with this being said, it is just another box being checked to the long list of Bible prophecy that we are witnessing unfold right in front of our eyes. We are witnessing the buildup for the beast system, for the end times deception, the end times system, the infrastructure, the AI Antichrist beast system, building all around us right in front of our eyes. So,
hey, somebody answer me this, man. Y'all know pretty soon we about to go to a cashless society. You know, our dollar, the US dollar, Our currency is losing its value. So that means that green piece of paper we got that people love and adore so much and willing to do anything for is no longer about to have value. It actually been lost its value. But the US is coming into agreement, just as, you know, just like these other countries and other places across the world did too, that we'll go full effect all around the world when it comes to a cashless digital society. So my question is to you Instagram flexers, you Facebook flexers, you Twitter flexers, you know, you Bammers that like to look sweet doing the money spread and, you know, taking out money out your bank account just to go on the internet and flex with it. How y'all gonna feel about that? You know what I'm saying? Are y'all gonna be mad? Or what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna go to a digital currency and just post y'all post how much you got on crypto, or post how much digital currency you got and tell people to get their money up? Look, I'm rich on Bitcoin. Get your money up. Like, how y'all gonna do that, man? Or is y'all just gonna buy a whole bunch of designer and a whole lot of fancy stuff and just post with that? So it could be a symbol like, yeah, we still getting it. We still getting it in the digital world. Like, how y'all gonna feel, man? You know, I'm talking strictly to the Bams that try to look sweet, you know, for the females, and even they impress other dudes too. I'm talking to you type Bams. You know, when we no longer ran by cash and everything digital, you know what I'm saying? And y'all can't do the little money spread no more, and you can't really buy or sell no more with the cash. How y'all gonna Instagram flex? How y'all gonna Facebook flex? You know what I'm saying? How y'all gonna flex on the internet, man? Cause y'all ain't gonna be able to do the money spread no more. Y'all ain't gonna be able to hold the money stacks of cash in your hand like that for the picture, you heard me? So what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna buy hella designer? And you know what I'm saying? Like, not that I care, but I'm just curious, cause it's about to get real, man. So a lot of stuff, you know, you ain't buying or you ain't selling it without a digital currency. So that's my thought.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 12, verse 10. I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. Kol Holayim La, Al Banawa, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rekat, Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there on the highways and the byways. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Salutations to you speckled birds, you Israelite foreigners. And shalom to the Akwaf, sitting and listening in silence as the scriptures say to do so. Hosea chapter 12, verse 10. I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. And the Lord is showing you clearly, precisely who he's dealing with, who he's revealing his secrets to, who he's giving the visions to, who he's giving the correct breakdowns to the scriptures to, who has not changed the doctrine, who has stand 10 toes on the pavement, years upon years, decades upon decades, who have been fighting the good fight of faith, okay, sacrificing themselves. And first and foremost, our beloved Elder Apostle Tahar, Gabar, Rakah, Ramlab, and Salakia, Gabar, Tahar, Ramlab, Rakah, and the elder bishops and elders on down, man. Okay, the elder apostle Tahar gave us the understanding of Revelation chapter 13, which has not changed. It has not been revised or anything of that nature. Okay, the doctrine has stayed the same. The Lord is showing you every single second, every single minute, every single hour, every single day, every single week, every single month, every single year, who he's dealing with. Okay, the Lord is speaking through the prophets. The Lord is revealing his pleasure, his will, what's going to be brought forth upon the earth via speaking through his prophets, man. Again, Hosea 12 verse 10, I have also spoken by the prophets. So the Lord speaks through his prophets. So you may hear the beloved elder apostle Tahar, the beloved elder apostle Rakah, the beloved elder apostle Gabar, the beloved elder apostle Aramla. You may be hearing their voice, but it's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai speaking through them. You may be hearing the other beloved elder bishops' voices and the elders and brothers on down, but it's the Lord speaking through these lively stones, man. Abanawaratazah, these chosen vessels that were predestinated before the creation and foundation of the earth. Lord willing, I'm one of them. Okay? And now that everything is being brought to life, that is being spoken by the prophets, there's no turning back. All you camps that denounce what was spoken, what was said, what was told to you from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai speaking through these men, what are you going to do now? Are you going to be humble, sincere, and really acknowledge the error of your ways? No, because a lot of you niggas are proud, man. And that departs you from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And it also states, pride cometh before destruction, man. Okay? And humiliation before humility, man. So you attempted to humiliate Salakia. I'm excited. You attempted to humiliate the true prophets. Okay, to increase what? Your following, to increase what? Your revenue. Because a lot of you jakes is trying to get paid, man. A lot of you jakes are trying to make a name for yourself. And again, this doctrine that is being professed and proclaimed is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. It's not of man. It's not of us glorifying and pedestalizing ourselves. Let's grab this real quick. And I don't want this to be too long because I grabbed this clip from the beloved Elder Manat Zakbai, which he did a powerful video. I had to do an add-on to it. And I highly advise you, if you ain't seen this video, go watch it. You know, this is the book of St. John, chapter 7, starting off at verse 16. Yahweh Shai answered them and said, my doctrine is not mine, but his that sent me. So the doctrine that GMS and the true affiliate like-minded brothers speak, it's not our doctrine. It's the doctrine of Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, because we're not out here to pedestalize ourselves. We're not out here to make a name for ourselves. And as I always say to y'all, I ain't shit. I'm nobody. Okay? It's all about Yahweh Shai and Yahweh. Yahweh Shai and Yahweh. Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. That's all it's about, man. That's all who we glorify, pedestalize, who we worship and reverence, man. We're not here to, again, to be worshipped, to have people bow the knee to us, and to have people to feel like we're the reason why they get edified. No, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is the reason why you get edified. You know, just like a while back, we make so many damn lessons. I don't know if it was last year, the year before, whatever. But, you know, I made a lesson a while back that basically stated that the lessons that we make are the Lord lessons, man. This ain't my lesson. The lessons that you see is not the elder apostles, elder bishops, the elders on down. Those are Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai's lessons, again, speaking through those prophets, those ones that he has ordained and chosen, man. That's been giving you the truth. Because when you denounce and mock and scoff and try to humiliate his prophets, you go against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. Plain and simple. St. John 7 verse 16. Yahweh Shai answered them and said, my doctrine is not mine, but his that sent me. And we were sent by Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, the Lord picked those vessels and gave those lively stones to Yahweh Shai. Okay, continuing on, verse 17. If any man will do his will, if any man will do Yahweh's will, he shall know of the doctrine, whether it be of the Most High or whether I speak of myself. So we don't speak of ourselves. We speak of the doctrine of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. Our doctrine is the doctrine from and of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. That's why it hasn't changed. That's why it hasn't been revised or edited. You know, it's just been the same a gospel from the beginning, man. Okay, Verse 18, he that speaketh of himself seeketh his own glory. And a lot of these camps speak of their own self. General Yohana, IUIC, Bishop Nate. Okay, a lot of these cats speak of themselves, and a lot of these cats in their congregations, camps, whatever you want to call them, they worship their leaders, man. You know, and as you know, and as you heard, and as you see, our beloved Elder Apostles always says and always states, do not worship them. They're just men. Worship, reverence, give honor and glory and praises to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. That's called humility. That's called submission, subjection. Okay, they understand their purpose and their calling, man. Okay, and that's why we respect our elder apostles and elder bishops, because they're a beautiful example of how to be. Okay, they've gone through it. All right. Verse 18, he that speaketh of himself seeketh his own glory, but he that seeketh his glory that sent him, the same is true, and no unrighteousness is in him. So we seek and profess the glory of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai gets all the reverence, all the shine, everything, man. Okay, it also states in the book of Zephaniah chapter 3, I believe verse 17 and 18, that the Lord is going to make us famous. The Lord is going to have all nations acknowledge his prophets, his inheritance, his people. Okay? You know, because right now we're going to be put through the fire and the furnace of adversity, man. We're going to be put through trials and tribulations for purification. We're going to go through hell to get to heaven, to get to that glory, man. And it's all going to be worth it, man. And we know that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai will have us endure and give us the strength to proceed to the end, man. Okay, but we glorify and acknowledge Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. We speak his doctrine. We don't speak our vain thoughts, man. Okay, period. And this has been spoken for so long, and kept on being spoken. Now look what you see. Look what's happening, man. Okay. Paper money is about to be obsolete, and they're going to what a digital currency, and it's so it's going to be constructed where they control everything. Okay, and it's going to be a stage to all this, man. It's going to go to the CHIP. That's going to be the end game. They're going to make some type of agenda plan to have all this stuff go through, you know. So everything is unfolding right now before your eyes, man. Everything is unfolding right now before your eyes. But let's continue, man. Okay, because again, what is being spoken, first and foremost, by our beloved elder apostles on down, and by the men that have Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai brung us to them, it's being brought to life. It's being activated, man. Now, this is Deuteronomy chapter 18. Now, this is speaking of Yahweh Shai. But we have the same spirit, the same mentality of Yahweh Shai. And what Yahweh Shai spoke is true. And since Yahweh Shai has risen us up and unlocked the seals from the Bible and edified us and is supping with us, we have the same mentality, the same spirit. Salakia. So what we're doing is speaking the truth. Like Yahweh Shai spoke the truth, we're speaking the truth. As Yahweh Shai stated in the book of St. John chapter 17, that he wants us to be one with him and the Heavenly Father. So what does that mean? He wants us to see eye to eye and to agree. And that's what we do. And also Ephesians chapter 1, the Lord has revealed his pleasure, his will to us, man. Okay, and it also states in the book of Revelation that there's no guile found in our mouth. So what does that mean? That means we tell the truth. Okay? We speak the correct doctrine. So this is Deuteronomy chapter 18. And again, this is speaking of Yahweh Shai. But Yahweh Shai came in the steed and in the commandment of Yahweh. And we come in that same steed. We come in that same steed of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Okay? Where those lively stones, Abanawaratazah, that's declaring the end from the beginning. That's declaring what prophecies are going to be brought forth, and that's out here warning, condemning, and also informing and edifying our people. Deuteronomy 18 verse 18, I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren. Again, talking about Yahweh Shai. Okay, but now Yahweh Shai is raising up prophets from among our brethren, which, we hope and pray to be, to declare this gospel that's going to be preached across all four corners of the earth, and then shall the end come, roughly paraphrasing in the book of St. Matthew's. Okay? I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee, like unto Yahushua, man. Okay? Again, also, Revelation chapter 19, those that have the testimony in the spirit of Yahushua have what? The spirit of prophecy. Okay? So, they're going to be like-minded. They're going to think like Yahushua. They're going to come in the same spirit of Yahushua. Okay? Etc. And will put my words in their mouth. So I will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him. So we speak the words and the prophecy and the doctrine of Yahweh, why Yahushua. And a lot of y'all people been mocking, scoffing, mainly on what is it? The GRAPE doctrine, which is the truth, clear as day. The Lord has a judgment, a structure, a way to go about everything in the scriptures, man. And a lot of you people are just weak, no backbone. You've been here in captivity so long that you have a issue with that. Okay, and then again, the CHIP, the MARK of the BEAST, which has been broken down correctly and given to you. Y'all mocking, y'all scoff at all these things, but yet, the Lord's going to require judgment upon those that reject his words, his sayings that he's speaking through his prophets. Verse 20, but the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet shall die. Okay, the nigger god. Who said they worship the nigger god? Because the Most High is not no goddamn nigger. Yahushua is not no goddamn nigger. Okay, and then who the fuck is Jesus Christ? IUIC, ISHPK. Okay, GOCC, Ahaya. Who are all these false idols and, the things that y'all say, man, are wicked. The Most High is not speaking through y'all, man. Okay, Salakia. The Most High is speaking through y'all on the left-hand side for y'all to direct those that he doesn't want. Those to be condemned. But those that to be saved and preserved and to be edified and to be warned and to be strengthened, those are the ones he's dealing with on the right-hand side that's speaking his name, that's sacrificing, that fear him, that counted the cost, man. Okay? That's not taking none of this grace period for a fucking joke, man. Okay? Verse 21. Deuteronomy 18, verse 21. If thou say in thy heart, how shall we know the word which Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua have spoken? And the Lord is showing you, man. Which ones he's dealing with and the true words that are being spoken, man. If you can't see it, the Lord don't want you to see it. Okay? Point blank period, man. Who's going out in all seasons, man? Who's fighting and defending the gospel? Who's defending the names Yahweh Shai? Who's breaking down the scriptures correctly? Who's defending the doctrine to the death, man? To our last breath. Who's correcting everybody? Come on, man. Come on, man. It's not being proud. It's not being pompous or nothing like that. It's truthful, man. It's the fucking truth, man. Okay? Because a lot of y'all often wicked, man. Deuteronomy 18, verse 22. When a prophet speaketh in the name of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua, also referring back to, I believe Luke 17, we have prophesied in thy name. We have did this. We have did that. And Yahushua said, I know not thee. Get ye away from me, you workers of iniquity, roughly paraphrasing. The Lord's saying that, man. Because again, the deceiver and the deceived are his, man. Okay, the deceiver and the deceived are his, man. Okay, you have to have somebody that's going to lead the 2/3 and the ones that claim the truth astray. Then you have to have that right side that's going to lead the right ones that the Lord has actually chosen and predestinated to a salvation, man. Okay, to understand his truth, the doctrine. When a prophet speaketh in the name of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua, if the thing follow not, nor come to pass, okay, if you listen to what I said, moron, I said we're not in Jacob's trouble, but there's going to be a Jacob's trouble. He lied about what he lied about, then he lied again. And now y'all trying to cover your ass talking about, well, it might be a C-hip in there. And you people don't realize what's going on. If any camp is making you give documentation, making you go down to the court system to change your last name, need your social security number, your tax information, all that, when did Yahushua say get that? When did Yahushua Hamashiach or Yahweh say give your camp leader or your camp your camp heads, however you want to state it, your social security number, your W-2s, and then you got to go down to the courthouse and change your name. When did Yahushua say that, man? And you people are so, man, it's scary, man. It's really scary. Continuing on. That is the thing which Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua have not spoken, but the prophet have spoken it promiscuously. Thou shalt not be afraid of him. So that's a lot. That's a lot going down the list, man. And I ain't even going to name them. Y'all should know it. Well, let's continue. I spoke a little bit too long on that. Salakia. It is what it is. But this is what the Lord is doing for his real prophets, man. Because y'all see these things coming to pass, man. Y'all see what the Lord is doing for the real prophets that he's supping and dealing with, man. Everything that's being spoken about is coming to pass through the real prophets, man. Okay? So all the humiliation, all the mocking, all the scoffing, all the calling, the real prophets bums, grapists, all types of blasphemy and heresy words that y'all say, okay, no problem. Okay, because it also says that those that live godly in Hamashiach shall be persecuted. Roughly paraphrasing in, I believe, 2 Timothy chapter 3, if I'm not mistaken. So, and also, as I said it earlier, first comes humility, then honor, man. So we have to be, Lord willing, we are those men, we have to be humiliated before we get the honor, man. It's all part of the territory. It's all part of the process. It's all part of what? Our calling, man. Okay, Luke 21 verse 15. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. And our adversaries are not only our enemies, the heathen, but also people in this truth. And what is the main thing that these people do? They go back to the old nonsense. Again, the grape doctrine. Okay, calling our elder apostles, elder bishops, elders, and all brothers on down, pedos, all types of things. But as you notice and as you can see, when they do their lessons to try to act like they're reproving or rebuking us, they do 4, 5, 6 hour lessons just to get to one point. And they don't even establish the point. They don't even break down the point. And why is that? Because you cannot gainsay. Again, Luke 21 verse 15. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist, because they cannot deal with the true prophets with the scriptures. They cannot gainsay or go against what's being spoken by Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua through his prophets. So that's why they go to slanders. That's why they go to bearing false witness, saying all types of madness, all types of disrespectful shit about our elder apostles, elder bishops, elders, and all the brothers on down, man. That's why, because they cannot compete or come against with the scriptures, because it's the truth. Okay? Okay, but again, it's part of the territory, man. It's part of the things we have to go through, man. So you cannot gainsay nor resist what is being spoken by the prophets, because it's the word of the Lord speaking through these prophets. Now, let's close out, man. The point is made, man. It's been said over and over again, over and over again. And now Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua is showing you, what was being spoken by his prophets, okay? By him speaking through them, amen. I highly suggest you repent and really acknowledge who he's dealing with. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33, verse 31. And they came unto thee as the people cometh, and they sat before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will do them not. So, they hear the correction, they hear the videos. When you, especially when you're talking about the nigger woman, oh man, you get 1,000 views, 2,000 more. You get 100 comments. Everybody got an opinion about the video, and everybody mad. And, you talking about wicked niggas, young YNs, and all that. You get 100,000 views, 1,000, 2,000, whatever, man. But when you're actually breaking down prophecy and attempting to inform and warn, and also doing history lessons, pure edification, those lessons don't get any acknowledgement. They don't get any enlightenment to the followers, man. And so that really shows you, when you put up lessons like that, when you put up edifying lessons, prophecy, and also history, okay, and also, you know, breaking down the scriptures correctly, those lessons get overlooked. They don't get acknowledgement. And it also shows you who truly gives a damn about the truth, who truly is really concerned and really fearful towards the Lord. So you might put up a lesson like that and you might have 100 views and maybe just saying this shit, 20 likes, you know, just to say. And those 20 likes are really the people that actually fear the Lord and really, you know, attempting to do what is acceptable and pleasing to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? Continuing on. But they will not do them. For with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness. Again, because everybody's not serious. You know, this is just the new thing trending, the new thing going. So it's exciting because it's new, it's fresh. You know, it's something that everybody, you know, because you have a lot of people, you know, going to the live streams when brothers out camping and stuff, be on a live stream scoffing and mocking, you know, thinking they actually, you know, doing something when they really just condemning themselves. You know, everybody's here for entertainment. Nobody's really here for the fucking truth. It's like it. Not for the fucking truth, but, you know, for the truth. Okay? Everybody's here just to, you know, F around and not take nothing seriously. Verse 32. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that have a pleasant voice. And again, the entertainment purpose, not the truth, not the history, not the prophecies, not breaking down the precepts correctly, not giving you the understanding of the Bible. No, the entertainment, cussing out Keisha, you know, showing that Tyrone, whatever you want to call him, ain't shit. That's the lovely, pleasant thing to them. But the actual knowledge, the actual understanding, it's null and void to them, man. Okay? And can play well on an instrument, for they hear thy words, but they do them not. Because they don't get the main message. The main message is to fear the Lord, come back to him, repent, change your ways, man. Be renewed in your mind. Be purified and sanctified by this true gospel, this good news, man. This is what's going to preserve you and keep you away from judgment and receive favor and mercy from Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Verse 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them. So everything that we've been speaking, everything that we've been declaring, everything that we've been professing, when all this stuff come be brought forth, and you realize that you took this for a joke, it's going to be too late, man. Because it's going to be all out judgment. And guess what? The mercy is going to be gone. Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is not going to have no pity. He's not going to spare. And he's damn sure not going to show you any type of consideration, man. Okay? So I'm going to leave it right there, man. I don't want to rot this out, man. I hope and I pray that this was edifying, uplifting, and informative to the true, sincere Aki and Wa Akwav. So with that, I'm just going to say, Kol Holayim La, Abanawa Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakat Kodash, Watha Wada Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakat Kodash, for putting the spirit on me, my elder apostles, elder bishops, elders, brothers on down, for doing these epistles to enlighten you, to inform you, to edify you, and uplift you through the power and spirit and words of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. May the blessing and election and protection be upon you and your household. Adawan Ratazah, until the next one. So with that, I'm just going to say, Shalom.